Good morning. What a day. We have a refeed today and I'm very, very excited, but I'm actually starting the day with just a shake because it's a bit of a pain in the ass early in the morning to wake up, cook. That's part one. Part two is I also just want to save some of my calories for around my workout and later today. So keeping it really simple, super convenient, easy to transport, and I can just crack on with my day. So here we go. Into the start of the day, drink this down, get cracking, and then of course, I need to actually go to the supermarket and get some bits and pieces for my refeed day, which is very exciting. And then, of course, we gotta get coffee.
How are you?
Very good. Can I get a large iced Americano, please?
Iced Americano. How big is size?
That size, yeah.
Fish beans or Guatemala?
Just the blend's fine.
Sir, iced Americano or Arabica blend, this size.
That's right. I'm fine, thanks. Okay, coffee acquired. Of course, yes, I have to go to the supermarket and get some food. For this high day, I wouldn't call it a refeed, it's more of a high day. But might as well take the opportunity to do some steps. So we're flying around the mall, do a couple laps, then head to the supermarket. But yes, the one thing I will preface now with these 2 high days I get per week is essentially I don't change too much. I try and keep my foods the same as what I'm having in my diet / carb load peak week. So for example, like I have oats and whey every day. I will just increase the amount of oats. For one of my meals, I'm going to use rice cakes as my pre-workout, something I would have on peak week. And the only change I'm going to make, I am actually going to have, I really want pasta. So I'm going to have a small pasta dish. Now, I know the optimal bros are going to be on me like, oh, so bad calorie to food volume optimization, bro. Look, sometimes you need to weigh up like food volume optimization with enjoyment. And is there anything more comforting than like a bowl of pasta, like a good pasta dish? I don't think there is. So we're going to be making some macaroni and some chicken, something like that. And it'll be nice. Sometimes you have to not worry about so many optimization things, and sometimes you do need to eat for enjoyment, especially in prep, and this pasta dish is going to be one of those times. So I'm going to get these steps done and then we'll go buy all that stuff, and then I'm going to cook it all now, so I'm ready. Alright, supermarket time. Not to get overwhelmed, not to get too stressed. And then this is my biggest diet hack. Okay. Friggin' snap cucumbers, and I'll show you what I do with these to make like a basically bulk out any meal with about 250 grams more fiber of stuff to eat. It is elite. Oh, Amazon package, how exciting. So before we do anything, should we see what Jeff Bezos got us? I think we should. Makes for an exciting Thursday at least. What the heck? Oh yeah. Okay, so first I got a new computer mouse because my computer mouse is broken. That's boring. But this I got for the WNBF. It is a height measure, digital height measuring device. So you don't need a tape measure. You just like put it against the wall and it radio frequencies down to the floor and gives you a reading. So I figured for like $15, 50 dirhams, why the hell not, you know? I have no idea how good it's going to work and if it's accurate, but might just save us some time. Whatever, I'll give it a real try later and we'll see. This, I'm guessing, is protein. Ah, yeah. So I just ran out of vanilla flavored protein, which is unfortunate because I basically use vanilla protein in all my protein oats, yogurt. It's what I add to everything. So a re-up on the vanilla protein, very much needed. Right, let's eat. So this little snack is what I use to volumize many meals, but mostly it goes with my omelet meal. So my like low carb, high fat meal. I get like 3 of these snack size cucumbers, sometimes 4 if I'm feeling greedy. But because I'm on a high day today, I will just go with 3. And easy fix is to just chop the ends off, obviously. This has been getting me through so many low calorie days as well, because it's like very voluminous, very flavorful, but with minimal calories. And then from there, I'm like, that's a marginally better frame, isn't it? And then from there, I like chop them into quarters, I guess. But it's like quarters long ways. And I think you see where this is going. But this is only the beginning. The real secret is samjang and gochujang. I'll literally do like a hefty forkful of samjang. I want to say for 30 grams, it's about 30 calories. So one of those, oh fuck, I'm out. Disappointing. We'll finish the gochujang. Essentially, you're just gonna dip the batons in there, and just have a nice, flavorful, low-calorie time. If you like Asian flavors, spicy, nutty flavors, this is for you. Right, I gotta make the omelet to go with this. Do a bit of work, and then train. I figured I should also show you the chicken. I'm pre-preparing the chicken for my pasta with salt, black pepper, and paprika, which I just put in the cupboard. But I'm gonna cook that now, just like in the oven for 25 minutes. In goes the omelet. Let's let that cook. Now you probably noticed that I haven't had any, it's a high day slash refeed day, however you want to call it, and I haven't had any carbs yet. That is actually completely by design. I'm putting my carbs around my workout and in the evening, because workout is when I need them, and in the evening is when I'm gonna enjoy them the most. So mix of function and enjoyment there. So still, for now, keeping it pro-fat and saving the carbs until a little bit later. So first meal, we've got the snack pack, what I call my hamburger omelet, where it's like 6 eggs, 2 egg whites, 2 wholes, 4 egg whites, bit of turkey, and then I do low sugar ketchup and mustard, and it basically kind of tastes like burger sauce. All right, we have final product on the mac and cheese. I'm a little nervous, actually. Eesh, eesh. That's gonna be good. I know that doesn't look like a fatty mac and cheese, but for high protein, low fat, we're gonna take it. Oh, they're bubbling. All right, done a little bit of work and packed up the kit for training, cardio, and pull. We're going for the pre-workout. Rice cakes, keeping it similar, like Sophie said, like similar to peak weeks, similar to food I eat on peak week or in my normal diet. Really not trying to change too much outside of the high protein mac and cheese. Everything else will be very similar to a normal day of eating, just with high quantities. So, gonna get this down, watch some football news, and pull, my favorite workout. All right, that's pull done. I did some rear delts and a machine bicep as well, just for the fun. So now I need to eat my post-workout meal, and that really is the same. That is just oats and whey, like the same quantities as on a low day. I'm keeping that the same to bank some carbs for that final meal of the day. High protein mac and cheese. Morning. It's the next day. I got home and just devoured the cheesy, high protein mac and cheese. Luckily I showed you it already, so at least you know what it looks like, but I couldn't even wait to get the camera out. I just had to eat. I was so hungry that day. Long day. Lots of activity, tough pull session. I was just like, I'm cooked. Get me out of here, I need food. New day, Friday. Lovely morning. Got a little break now to caffeinate. Then we'll head over to the gym and do the cardio, do the push workout, and prepare for the weekend. But the last thing we have to do is review my performance at WNBF Malaysia. Okay, so we are in the lab, ready to go over my class from the WNBF Malaysia, my class win from the WNBF Malaysia. We'll start with my routine because the routine was sloppy. Here's what we're working with. I might turn the volume down a little bit. So walkout was good. That hands off hip front pose I think is great. Here we're going fine. Absolutely no worries. Good. Front pose like I'm supposed to. Ventura step like I'm supposed to. Back pose was good. Now things get a bit messed up. This part is fine. This is the part of my back pose transition. Now the adrenaline is flying. The adrenaline is pumping so hard. I actually forget my routine at this point. So I completely fuck up here. Like, that's not the transition I'm supposed to do there. That's at least a little bit similar to what I was supposed to do. And I was supposed to hit a hand off hip here, but I just hit hand on hip again. Whatever. We got it done and got through. They're going to bring us all out and line us up. And from here, I was feeling all right. Obviously, I'm standing way too far out to the side is one thing. But at this point, I was at least feeling the adrenaline. I was feeling like somewhat confident. Like, okay, I'm in the mix here. Let's see what happens. So the other thing that's not like so obvious from this live stream, but the adrenaline is pumping so hard. Actually, you might see it now. I really struggle to get my abs on. Like, I'm not quite able to get my abs on the way I know I can. And I'm shaking like a leaf. I'm like, the adrenaline was really pumping. Here we go. Yeah, look, like I just cannot quite get them on right. And that's not what I'm like. My practice has always been very, very good and very strong. So it's kind of an interesting one that I couldn't get it going. Same on this quarter turn, abs aren't on, terrible. This is really bad at this point. But my overall shape is, to be fair, winning. Back, my personal opinion, I think I've got everyone from the back, both in terms of width, but then also in terms of just lean. Like, I've probably got the best Christmas tree, like the leanness is there. This side pose is pretty decent for me. The other thing I will note, to take the attention away from me and take maybe something you guys can take away for when you compete, is you'll notice for this side pose, I'm not posing to the camera, I'm posing to the head judge. Like, this side pose is really side on from the camera perspective, but exactly right for the head judge's perspective. So if you ever find yourself out on the side, do not pose straight forward down the stage. Like, pose to the head judge. He's the one making the decisions. So make sure you angle your physique into the head judge a little bit. So yeah, we're going to complete the set of quarter turns, and I think we're going to get moved around. Yeah, so this is a bit better on front pose. Still the abs are like on and off, on and off. I'm breathing so hard. The adrenaline's going so crazy. Yeah, and then I get moved into the middle. So I'm like, okay, we're in the mix. Now, the crazy thing is, like, at this point, you know, some of my friends and like, when I got the judges' feedback, were like, oh, did you not know you were going to win? Like, didn't know you were in at that point. Thing is, I haven't looked to my side. I haven't seen this guy. So I know there's an even number in the class. So I know we're splitting the X. So I know I'm in the top 2. But this guy could be amazing for all I know. When I'm on stage, I don't look at anyone else. And nor should you. Like, you shouldn't be looking at anyone on stage next to you. So this guy could be amazing for all I know. I can only really see him in the side of my eye. So I don't really know. To be fair, his back's really dug out. And he's very lean. His posing could definitely do with some help. But this quarter turn, again, abs are much better here, right? Boom, on and off, on and off. I just cannot. Again, it's annoying me because I've practiced. It's adrenaline. All I can explain is adrenaline. Like, I couldn't feel anything. I was completely numb and adrenaline out, so it was very funny. Then we get switched in the middle. So again, like at this point, I'm like, oh, like, okay, still in the top 2, but I don't know what that means. Fine. But you can see my top line compared to him is just, I'm just got a lot more chest and a lot more delts and arms than him. So I've just kind of gotten beat. This guy's really muscular. If his posing was better, he probably could have given all of us a run for his money. Like, look at his back. I mean, I'd say my back's slightly more conditioned, but he's really muscular. So respect to him there. And now at this point, the adrenaline's fading off and I'm starting to be able to actually get my abs on properly again. Like, here we are, a couple of breaths and then they're on for the most part. Come on, hit this front pose correctly before I get posed back into the middle. There we go. And they're on. And they're on. Finally, I've managed to like get hold of myself, get myself, you know, in the right frame of mind. And so we're there, holding now, just managing to make things work. Little reset, and we get switched back again. So again, still don't really know at this point. I've got no idea. I need to move up. There, that was slightly rude of me. Rude stage manners. But yeah, then we get moving. Still not great on my abs on that side pose, to be fair. Breathing quite hard at this point. Again, completely forgotten about how to even do a Ventura step. The adrenaline's going too hard. I think this is the last round. There, abs are on. That side pose is fine for me there. All right, come on. One more chance to hit a good front pose. Let's make it happen. Boom. Definitely better. Yeah, I mean, my review to myself, if I was like feeding back to myself, would be just get control of your abs, like get on top of your breathing and posing on stage. So to be fair, these next 6 weeks is definitely, that's one of my big focus points when I'm doing my practice, my posing practice, is not just to go through the motions of standing in the poses. It's to make sure I actually get my abs on and keep them on. So I'm doing a lot more practice on that. I do think one thing that will help is that now I've got the experience of doing well in a show, is the adrenaline will be a little bit less, which will help me like not be so exhausted by the end. But you know, with the way I was executing the posing there, like in a stronger lineup, I wouldn't have won, frankly speaking. Like, that's just the long and short of it. Luckily, I was still in the mix and I could hang. But another lineup with someone who's almost as good as me but can keep their abs on 100% of the time, he will beat me. So it's definitely definitely something I need to be invested in practicing and working on. So that's my big focus point for the next few weeks. But I hope that was a little bit of insightful into kind of where my mind was at during the overall and how things were going there. It's cool to look back on and like, hey, at least I did myself proud. Also, how good are these Golf Super Pro shirts? Very, very nice. The quality is insane. The material, the acid wash is great. Yeah, I love it. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. That will do it for me. Remember to like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.